Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo July 3, 2022. Your impulses tend to be intense today. The tendency to dwell runs high, but you might choose to use intense emotions and compulsions constructively. Mars in your intimacy sector stirs up all sorts of previously buried matter, and it conflicts with Pluto today, possibly aggravating tensions in relationships or on an emotional level. Resentments can surface if someone isn't taking you seriously. Your excitement may not be mirrored, which can be frustrating, or there can be questions about how involved you want to be with a project. So much is riding on a relationship or project that it's losing its fun factor, or it could even be taking over your life in destructive ways. If so, it may be time to take steps to even things out. There may be a standoff or unexpected event related to finances or relationship dynamics. This transit helps show you where you've been overdoing, micromanaging, or unnecessarily fearful. Aim to recognize the need to let go of something just a little if your grip is too tight. The day's celestial configuration provides a great opportunity to shine a little light on a murky situation and also to come to some kind of agreement about a few things that might have been troubling you recently. You can give your loved ones a sense of security by making a fuss over them, taking them out to dinner, and just generally making them feel good. Do you feel empowered when you invest in your ideas and professional self-expression? You might need to consider how much time, energy, and resources you put into your passion projects when Mars in Aries squares Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. Instead of becoming frustrated with the slow-moving success of your passions, you should consider adjusting the flow of your formula to succeed with your ideas. Transforming the creative path of your passion projects or self-expression could result in more immediate financial success. Just remember that you are in control of whatever you want to do with your ideas. Right now you could be thinking about domestic matters. Maybe your house is driving you a little crazy. While you're sitting over breakfast, you could be making lists of all the things you want to get done and errands you have to run. Maybe it's time to do some serious cleaning. Or it could be good to get all of your bills and papers organized. Take a relaxed view of life and let grass grow over old feuds. Enjoy reviving old contacts and wallowing in nostalgia. The conditions are ideal, as you will be receiving a lot of trust and affection. Let your family know how important they are to you and spend more time with them. Can't sleep, can't read, can't watch TV. It's as if nothing really holds your attention for very long. Don't worry too much about it. Just let yourself flit from activity to activity and eventually you'll find your place. What you want seems to be magically in tune with the people you meet and socialize with. You feel a strong sense of identity and flirt with whoever you meet or find appealing. Others are content to listen to what you have to say and you benefit equally from their response, enjoying connections you make. When you woke up this morning, you may have felt an oppressive mood hanging in the air. Unfortunately, that haze of misunderstanding and conflict is likely to last all day. However, it makes this an ideal time to speak up about anything that's bothering you. Don't be shy about going on the warpath today. If you don't, you're likely to be the target of a surprise attack. Welcome to the quieter and more pensive energy of today's vibration. As much as you love chatting and socializing, you may be surprised to feel differently today. The influence from this vibration can bring the more serious and complex areas of your life to mind. You may find that you feel a need to think things through, and that there is a real need to understand why things are the way they are. Be sure to allow yourself as much contemplation time as you can. Having the moon in a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart over the weekend is a chance to pause. This may even put how well you know when to keep your work hat on and when to take it off to the test, with a need for time to hear yourself think fighting back. With the moon gone by tomorrow, before you move into another busy week, this is an invitation to make time to hear yourself think. This comes just as you are starting to sense that maybe life doesn't have to be all work and no play, ahead of Mars' return to an adventurous part of your chart in 2 days. At the same time that Neptune is spending his first weekend in retrograde motion in your relationship sector, there is support building from multiple directions. A growing partnership between forces across the communication, friendship and relationship fronts will peak over the coming days, just as the relationship gods have opened the doors to the past and second chances. Our eyes in the sky. Today is a wonderful time to heal the subconscious and heart. We all have trauma and wounds that we've pushed to the bottom of our consciousness, but now the emotions around the pain are coming into focus. Chiron is a smaller celestial body originally classified as a centaur because of its location and an asteroid because of its mass. Wounded healer Chiron, currently in Aries, aspects Venus in Leo this afternoon. During this time, you'll be able to take a deep look at your recent hurts and see how you can change them. Issues with confidence and self-esteem could come into focus. Mercury in Gemini also shares a minor aspect with Chiron today. This planetary connection gives us the chance to look within and fix recently repressed issues or feelings we've had to suppress and not deal with. Discussing your feelings with others can be healing and invigorating. This energy is more appropriate than ever because we've all been holding in tears, emotions, and uncertainties that need to be released. The upcoming new moon in Leo will bring our emotions out into the open. Is danger lurking around the corner as a hot new month begins? If today's shadowy Mars-Pluto square has anything to say about it, that's a big, fat cosmic yes. With intense Mars traveling alongside reckless Aries, one of the signs it rules, it gains, what not to do, steam as it bulldozes its way through the universe. As intense Mars squares off with mysterious, death-obsessed Pluto in Sirius Earth sign Capricorn, it's no surprise that there's a lot of tension in the air. It's hard to tell what anyone around you might do next, and you aren't even all that sure about your own intentions or motivations and why they lead you to act in a certain completely uncharacteristic way. Power struggles prevail at work and at home, and your frustrations could even result in actual physical altercations today. Even the calmest of signs can be driven over the edge as you find yourself in places you never dreamed you'd be when you woke up this morning. In the pre-dawn hours, the moon's sextile to Mars offers us playful energy. We want to demonstrate our intelligence under the Leo moon, while Mars in Leo stimulates a competitive streak that is optimal for lighthearted games and trivia. The sextile aspect softens our need to win and prevents us from becoming sore losers. We would rather share others' company and have fun, instead of beat the competition and wind up by our lonesome. Additionally, this aspect isn't half bad for forming romantic connections, and even though it perfects before the start of the day, we will feel buoyed by courageous and aspirational feelings into the morning. Afternoon, Venus in Leo creates a trine to Chiron in Aries, helping to heal our hearts. We see past romantic disappointments for lessons learned, and commit to being mindful of our attractions to similar personality types who leave us feeling insecure in love. After a hard fall in romance, we tend to wall ourselves off to prevent further pain. There is a time and a place for seclusion, sheltering, and coming back to oneself, as there is a time and place for embracing vulnerability and allowing others to have access to us. This influence offers us the gift of surrender. Acknowledge that you have moved through a dark night of the soul, and because of this, you are again prepared to seek soul-stimulating relationships.